This is Tom Sillis. I'm the CEO of wetcrow.com. The title of this video is how to price lawn mowing jobs, and that's again. This is a little bit of a couple things. I'm going to put a price grid on the bottom. It's easier. A lot of people they do the satellite thing and they do all that. That's understandable. And if you have more than an acre lawn, I can understand doing that. But for most jobs, I price it high enough. I want to, I'm not going to work for less than $75. If I'm a lawn care guy, I'm not going to go to anybody's house for less than $75 a mowing. I'm going to do the expensive area. That's the trick. The trick is working in the areas where there's money. Then you don't have to deal with the nitty-pitty stuff. Well, I can get it done for 40. Let them go. Let them go to Craigslist and let them get screwed. And the guy doesn't show up half the time. The guy gets drunk. Look, I know all these stories. I lived in neighborhoods that were not as good. And I had guys the handymen don't show up. I went on Craigslist, half the time they don't even show up, okay? And they're unreliable. And you got them on a monthly. Look, all they gotta do is mow the lawn and give the money. My son is very frugal, and he got me into this bad habit of getting a better price for everything. And you know what? It's not worth it. You know what? I have a guy that comes out and he does the lawn for me for $75. And you know what? I'm happier than pig. The guy's reliable. If he can't make it, he already makes arrangements with somebody else to come. I don't even know another guy was there with a mower, different company. He mowed it. He paid them the money, and I paid him. Because he bills me every month, once a month, and I paid him. And he didn't make no money. He was on vacation. He enjoyed himself. He had a good time, and he made sure I was taken care of. That's the kind of guy I want to mow my lawn. Yeah, he charged me $75, but he does an excellent job. He edges my lawn beautifully. It looks like a golf course, my lawn, literally. It looks nicer than a golf course, okay? You're not going to get that if you hire a guy from Craigslist. I guarantee you that. I've been through the mill, and they wouldn't even come out. They're too busy. They don't want another client. If I'm working like that, I'm going to find a way to do it. I will find a way to get the job done. That's the time I hire somebody else. If I lost 4 jobs this week, because I couldn't handle it, there's something wrong. Maybe he doesn't trust people. Maybe he doesn't have the money to buy more equipment. He's not charging enough. He's going after the customers that in the area. These are I call them the blue collar workers. They're not going to pay. They're like my son, nitty pitty, because my son does forklift repair. So I understand that. But you know what? At the end of the day, I go to the customers that are busy, that are professional like myself, software developers, techie guys, engineers. They're making good money. They're not going to sit there and bicker over $30 difference. Okay, they're not going to do that. They're not going to look for a good price. Those kind of customers you don't want anyway. Okay, so if I charge $75, if I'm a lawn care guy and I'm charging $75, I guarantee you I'm getting people that can, number one, can afford to pay. They're happy to pay, and they want a good job. Now, look at down below the video. You're going to see a list of the pricing that we use, and that shows you the range of prices. But what I want you to remember, we charge the high end. In some cases, we're a little bit higher than the high end, okay? Don't be shy to charge. You're in business to make money. You're not in business to be a charity for people, okay? You want the customer that's too busy. They don't have time. They want you to be reliable. Just make sure you give good customer service. If they think you're exorbitant, then you can find out you can walk to a neighbor's house, ask them what they're paying for lawn care. It's not rocket science, or you can give them a lower price. If the customer complains, if they're regular customers, then you work with them. You give them a lower price. If it's worth it, you do it. If it's not worth it, then find somebody else, because you don't want the problem customers, like I said before. Okay, so I hope you learned something from this. As a service provider, obviously, I'm showing you how to price the jobs. Don't worry about the sales. That's fine if you got 3 acres and you're doing a large lawn. That's a different story, because maybe the guy's got a large swimming pool. He's got a barn, horse barn, whatever, and his lawn is actually only 1 acre, and he's not gonna pay you the high end of $500, let's say, to do the lawn. So he's gonna pay. He's gonna think you're way out of whack. Okay. That's the only time you use that. Is okay. Let me look at them at Zillow. You can see pretty much how big their lawn is. You can get an idea. It's going to be 3 acres, okay, and half of it is being used for stuff that's not for lawn care. So then he has a big giant pool. He's got a pool house. He's got decks around the pool. I mean, he's only using half his lawn, okay? So now you give the guy a break, okay? That's a different story. But other than that, use my grid. I'm going to give you some other information down below you can look at and in the description. Use that and subscribe to my channel. And please like this channel if you got good information out of it. Thank you.